Also for Penny Duncan Williams, HSA, after 2020 elections, no, on one who said no, Mahama ebedim kuni. On one who say there's after 2020, after the year approaching 2024 elections, on one who say no, oh baby, I do need ye Mahama time aba, I need ya ba. Mahama bedim kuni. Mintino on war, you 2024 Mahama rani bill na enyani ya. Na onye worried because the one him say it is time for John Mahama to win power. Na ombe tuane njuma panoso. Mbebo video na tira na before say be koso no. Eye Kenoforiata Pro Max ye friend Amin Adam ne wakani. O say we are handing over a strong economy, finance minister. You see Ghana for ye sheda kabibi e dia atumu team say o manage economy ni ye omoboa. Amin Adam kura wa bon chen Kenoforiata sa papa we. Amin Adam munchire me. Amin Adam be finance minister. E dia na waye ho. E dia mpa you see nka omuma Kenoforiata nwie ne damages no. Eya me aso omuzisa no. Amin Adam ameye hwi. Me nim the difference between Amin Adam and Kenoforiata. I don't know their difference. Enti ene odi nkan aka we atu omuji jandam de ni team say omu kan we atu omu team say oh your friend say economy na ye leave behind no ye economy papa until say Mahama no nya beji to me pe 3-4 months na niam anko yi ado mo say Mahama no na say economy meanwhile mo amuni mesa mo create Amin Adam kana Kenoforiata through government mu boy mo atua say loans na mo gigi ye mo say na mo develop Ghana check your GDP per capita saying taxes na mo gigi no Musen and a word GRA or Musen a GRA aji. Musen a more account for Musen a Mudia Buagana. Ninayan trot, they are lying to you. There's nothing. Make your 2024 Mama Penaku for the next government be your free Saha when I'm going no empha. And Yamana say we are Ghana and now so shame. Now a yell said this government is going to do some magic at this juncture. Oh, there's nothing they can do. Since Yewra this year February, March, and I mean say no. And yaman fact because this government at this juncture no omo failing poto. Omo ntimi nya hwibio. Nti ye ka we to team say oh we are doing well as a government. Economy ne ye hwi nye ye. Amin Adam boa ono kura wa bon chen Kenoforiata. I'm telling you. Now yentie Duncan Williams.
Thank you. Mr. President, I believe that at the point the media will excuse us. So, but for now, we came with some few proposals to discuss as our guide. Most times when new presidents and government comes, there's a very high expectations that
behind the actors.
High expectation that everybody has. And so we know that expectations have to be managed. Because you are a vessel that has come. I mean, these things that people say you've come to save, you've come to rescue, they should be very careful of that because you are a vessel in the hands of God. So they should stop saying that and pray for you rather that God can use you to execute the mandate that the people of this country have entrusted into your hands. I know it's a difficult challenge. During the time you were in opposition, we were talking one time and you were saying that Mama Lodina, you and her were talking, and it was like, what at all are you doing? You know, why are you standing for election with the kind of situation that we are facing and things are going through? But I think that was when you realized that it's a call and it's a mandate of God that you have to fulfill. And I remember that when we talked 2016, I had mentioned to you what I felt prophetically, that you have to leave, and at the right time you come again. And 2020 we met again with Honorable Elvis in my office, And I said to you that, Mr. President, you are not coming now. You will come after 2020. So when 2020 ended, I was very confident, irrespective of whatever anybody said, that it was your time to come back to fulfill mandate and to finish your unfinished business. And I believe that by God's grace, who preserved you, kept you alive, and you didn't die, and you lived, and you are still here, will guide you, preserve you, and give you what it takes to move this nation according to his mandate to where he wants to take this nation to. And we want to pray and believe that at your term of office, that the narrative, the negative narratives that have plagued governments of this country will change during your term in office, and that we will see a new and a beautiful Ghana by the grace of God. In the book of Daniel, the 4th chapter and the 17th verse, the Bible says that all the living may know that the Most High rules in the affairs of men and give the kingdoms of men to whomsoever he wills. And it is very clear that what has happened in Ghana is the fulfillment of Daniel chapter 4 and the 17th verse, that God has given the kingdom to whosoever he pleases, irrespective of what men did and the efforts of men. And I believe that with everything you've been through and suffered and endured, you yourself know that but for God, this victory wouldn't have happened. And so we are grateful, and we just came one more time to congratulate you and to say, like they say in Chi, Abuano, baby, no, and one yes, no. So wherever the animal was tied is the same place the animal is released, and you know the source of your victory. So we just want to remind you that never forget, like the Bible says, God said to Nathan, go tell my servant David to remember that he was a shepherd boy, and I took him from the sheepfold, and I gave his master's throne to him, and I, the Lord, made him king over my people Israel. Tell David to remember. Mr. President, we want to say by the word of the Lord, remember where you have come from. Remember who made you king. As long as you remember him, he will never forsake you. And it doesn't matter the challenges you face. You will rise as an eagle. You will soar. You have the upper hand. You will solve very complex and difficult problems with ease, because you didn't come this far. It was him that brought you that far. So on that note, I will hand over to the General Secretary to just mention some of the few points once the media is here, and then after that, the media can excuse us.
Enti abusuafo wei eye osofo panyi Duncan Williams ena motini nka no ti John Mahama victory ne de uye sofo unye sofo eye claim a obiama ye nyina ye hu ye. So this one de eye clear victory ema obia hu. Enti Duncan Williams no mni other pastors no mumfa mumpai bonta Mahama achi se de mo kura no mun kakra no mbon pai ma no. I'm making sure so yeah na matine no na bibia tena akonkan na wabu mind ye Ghana ye ya nyina na etim essay ya nyina na etim tie advocate for good governance from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.